Hey everybody, welcome to Awaken with Andrea. I'm Andrea Yount, and this is a trauma-informed yoga practice. We won't be doing any yoga today. Instead, we're going to be doing a New Year Renewal journaling session. I do have a New Year Renewal yoga flow. It's a 1-hour flow that's already uploaded to our YouTube page if you want to go check it out. But today we're going to be doing some journaling. We only have 6 journal prompts. But these journal prompts are going to help us to look forward to what we're going to be doing next year and the goals that we would like to meet by the end of next year. So go ahead and grab your pens and your papers and let's get started. Prompt number 1. How would you describe who you were this year? How would you describe who you were this year? You can go ahead and write down these questions if you would like. There will be a download that I will give to you at the end of the video, but if you would like to go ahead and write down the questions, then you can pause your video here and answer the questions. Prompt number 2. What attributes do you try to improve on? What attributes do you want to try to improve on next year? What attributes do you want to try to improve on next year? So what are some things within yourself or about yourself that you would like to try to improve on? Prompt 3. How will you commit to take better care of yourself next year? How will you commit to take better care of yourself next year? So what are you willing to do? What kind of things are you going to do to make sure that you do what you need to do to take care of your mental, physical, spiritual health? Prompt number 4. What are your top 3 priorities for next year? And as we're talking about priorities here, think of things that are the top 3 things you want to accomplish, maybe not necessarily goal-wise, but as far as things that you already have going. Okay, so what are some things you already have going, some priorities you already have, or maybe what are some emotional responses that you would like to try to change or pick up on or let go of? So the priorities just are things that are important to you. So what are your top 3 important things to you that you want to see happen next year? And number 5 is very similar. Prompt number 5 is, what are your top 3 goals for next year? So where priorities might have been things you already have working on, or maybe emotional responses that you wanted to try to change, or behaviors that you wanted to try to work on, then these things are goals. So these are things that, think of a goal as maybe like a dream, okay, in this instance, in this subtext or this text. Your goals are these things that you want to accomplish. So what is something that you want to, that you dream of accomplishing, or that you would like to see yourself at by the end of the year, but you're not quite sure that you could be able to do it, but you think you might? So these things that you really want to try to do, but you're a little bit scared of. Okay, so what are those top 3 goals for you? Where are those places, those 3 things that you would like to be for next year? Prompt number 6. What is one word you can use as a guide to help remind you of these goals and priorities? So think of one word that kind of sums up all of the things that are important to you, all the things that you dream of becoming or doing or having or whatever. Think of the way that you saw yourself this year and the way you'd like to see yourself next year. Think of all of those things and what is a one overall encompassing word that will help you remember these things about yourself, that will help keep you focused on your goal. Go ahead and write that word down. As you're writing on your words, or your word of the year, or you're thinking of your word of the year, you can brainstorm. I mean, you may not be able to just, think of one right off the bat. Write down a few words that pop into your head. What are some words that just pop into your head that you feel that really encompasses what you would like to see for yourself in the next year? Words have power. So what's your word of the year? You can put your word up anywhere that you might see it. Write it on your mirror, stick it to your refrigerator, tack it to your coffee maker, whatever you feel like will work for you. Put this word on your phone. Just make this your word for the year and keep it somewhere where you can see it often and you can look back on it. I've had words like self-control. I've had words like humble. I've had words like strength. Something that I felt that I knew I had within myself, but I couldn't quite grasp it, or something that I struggle with a whole lot and I need more work on. I always pick words that encompass those types of things. So if you can pick your word of the year and put it somewhere that you can see it throughout the year, you can use it as a foundation, a key word to go back to help you remember what's important to you this year and what you're working on, what your goals are. And that's how I choose my word of the year. So thank you for joining me today and doing this short journal session for the beginning of the year with me at Waken with Andrea. We are a trauma-informed yoga practice, and if you are looking for trauma-informed yoga, then you can try some of our yoga flows that we have out. We don't have very many right now as we're just getting started, but we will be uploading plenty more in the time to come. So thank you very much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time.